I am the Crypto Man. I can help you understand Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, plus all the hundreds and hundreds of altcoins, penny cryptos, and ICOs. That's initial coin offerings. And I'm going to be doing on March the 14th on a Wednesday night at Daniel Boone Library a meetup about cryptocurrency, and we'll be talking about the good, the bad, the ugly of investing in this highly volatile marketplace. The good, yeah, you can make some money. The bad, yeah, you can lose some money, and you can do both very quickly, because this is not like the stock market. Cryptocurrency values can change in a matter of hours, if not minutes. And the kind of changes you can see are demonstrated. And last year, in 2017, in January, Bitcoin, which is the original cryptocurrency that was created in 2008, released in 2009, and its value has fluctuated up and down, and had kind of a rough start because it was traded and used mostly on the dark web by hackers and people who use the anonymous aspect of using cryptocurrency, especially Bitcoin, which was again the earliest, on a website that was very famous called the Silk Road. And from the Silk Road, you could buy all kinds of things, illegal things like drugs and weapons and ammunition and explosives. I don't know what all. Anyway, the federal government shut down the Silk Road, seized all their assets, and therefore became the largest owner of Bitcoin. Now, since then, they have sold off millions and millions of dollars, and the founder of the Silk Road is in federal prison for the rest of his life. Now, so basically, last year, 2017, cryptocurrency, especially Bitcoin, I think came out of the dark web and became real. And real in a sense that people started buying it as an investment. Now, I don't think it was ever created to be an investment. I think it was created to be a currency, very much like credit cards, wire transfers, bank transfers, and the such. PayPal, I already mentioned credit cards, I think. But the what happened, because they only authorized 21 million in the initial coin offering, and that there'll never be any more than that. And because of the scarcity of Bitcoin, people, anything that's scarce, like precious metals, for example, gold, silver, platinum, on and on and on, are limited. And because of that scarcity, that causes their prices to be high. And so what happened with Bitcoin, I believe, and I'm new to this space, so I'm not an expert. I've heard X is a has-been and a spurt is a drip under pressure. So I guess that by that definition, I could be called an expert. But what I believe is that I learn best by doing things, like the Nike swoosh stripe and the T-shirt that says "Just do it." Well, I first learned about Bitcoin on December 17th, I believe, when my wonderful ex-wife Lee called me and said, "Do you know anything about Bitcoin?" Her friend Gary had asked her about it, and she works for a bank and has for years and years, but she didn't know anything about it. But she asked me, and I said, "Well, I don't know anything about it, but I'll research it." And what I looked on December 17th, one single Bitcoin was valued at $19,200 and change. Okay, looking at the chart back from in November of 2017, it was like 6,000. So it had like tripled in value in less than 30 days. I followed the chart back to January, and the value was under 1,000. It was like around $700. So had I bought Bitcoin anytime during 2017 and sold it at its peak, I would have done pretty well, probably. You've probably all heard the phrase bulls and bears, and I'm not a stock, investing person, but I've heard those terms. But I've also heard the terms chickens and pigs. Chickens, pigs. Well, pigs, when it goes high, they just buy more and more and more, okay? And then eventually they get slaughtered. I guess I would say I'm a chicken. It's like when it goes up, I want to get out of it. And then when it goes down and it's in the red, like it has been for over a month now, that's to me a good signal at the time to buy. So don't get panicked and sell when it turns red and it's low, was the advice that I have been given. Buy more, and just if you can afford it, buy more. So eventually it'll turn around and go back up, but there's no guarantee of that. Now, I am educating others. I've declared myself as a nonprofit company, and I'm giving all the proceeds over and above my modest expenses of running my websites and doing seminars. I'm giving all over and above that to helping find a cure for cancer, especially in kids. I lost my own 18-year-old son to glioblastoma multiforme. That's the same cancer that took Senator Ted Kennedy a few years ago. And it is a killer of a disease. And I won't go into all the details of that. I'm just wanting to tell you why I'm motivated to be what I call myself a cryptocurrency evangelist. And I'm spreading the word about the good, the bad, the ugly. The good, yeah, you can make some money. The bad, yeah, you can lose some money. And you can do both in a very relatively short period of time. I have seen Bitcoin change by over $2,000 up or down within a 24-hour period of time. Now, you compare that to the regular stock market, you may not do that, may have that big a change in an entire year, and maybe, a 10-year period of seeing huge swings. Now, the other huge difference is cryptocurrencies are worldwide, and there are exchanges all over the world. Some of the major ones are here in the United States. The biggest one is called Binance. That's BIANANCE. It's in China, or maybe Hong Kong. But anyway, that part of the world in Asia. There are some other big ones in Hong Kong, and et cetera. Quite a number in Europe. If you want to know the whole story about how I got involved, how I bought my first cryptocurrencies, how to exchange those and move them from one exchange to another, and end up buying what I call penny cryptos, or those that cost less than $1 each, and on into getting involved with initial coin offerings, or ICOs, which are perhaps the most dangerous way to invest. But that might be the most profitable ways too. I really haven't gotten into that part yet, but as I do, I will take the opportunity to make YouTube videos and to post those out on my website, which is the-cryptoman.com. And at that website, you can see right now I have 7 YouTube videos out there. The shortest is 10 minutes. I think the longest is 60 minutes. And once I get started talking about this, I can hardly stop myself. Forgive me for being so long. And the last one that I just did, the video quality has improved a lot. The audio quality has improved a lot. My background has improved a lot. I'm now in my dining room here, but you can see in the background that got signage and T-shirts and books and things that let you know that I am the Crypto Man, and I can help you understand cryptocurrency. And if I can help you understand it, I can also help you avoid being involved in what I call the ugly. That is, people who will scam you, people who will just out and out steal from you. Now, this is not a whole lot different than people that would walk into your house or other place and at gunpoint take your valuables, whether they be gold or silver, jewelry or cash, which they call fiat currency. And I found out where the word fiat currency came from. When President Nixon was in line, all the time before then, our money, paper money, was backed by gold. They called it the gold standard. Well, when President Nixon was in office, sometime in his term, toward the end of his term, I think, they got rid of the gold standard, and paper money, U.S. money, is not backed by anything other than the trust in the government. And the central banks are allowed to print more money when they need it without any kind of backing. Now, other countries have followed suit, and there's a term now called fiat currency. Fiat, kind of like the car, fiat. I don't know, I have to research it and see why they chose that name, but it's now used in just general discussion about the cryptocurrency market. Is when you buy, you transfer money from one of your financial institutions. I started with credit union. Actually, I started with a credit card for a couple $100, and then I transferred money from my credit union, and then I opened an account at a bank and set that up just for funding my investments. And now it is the recipient of donations that I'm getting on behalf of my son Adam, who again died of cancer, brain cancer, and I am putting items on my website that are mostly promotional items to help people who join me and becoming what I'm calling cryptocurrency evangelists. That is people who are willing to spread the word, again, the good, bad, and ugly, to other people who do not know yet about digital currency. Now, a couple of years ago, I saw an article said there were less than 250,000 people who owned any kind of digital currency. Okay, and that was counting, I think, wallets, which is places you store your currency with your exchanges, online or offline. They're hot wallets, cold wallets, paper wallets even. But I think that was counting people who had their cryptocurrency stored in these wallets. Less than 250,000 people involved. So now, if you go to my website and you click on the link that takes you to the world clock of sorts of how many people in the world, there were, last time I looked, 7.44 billion people in the world. Now, I only speak English, okay? And my limited focus until last Saturday was I want to reach out to the English-speaking part of the world. Well, we had we watched a video about a man who was in the North Tower, World Trade Center, when it crashed, and he survived it. And his wife, who was 4 months pregnant, he thought she was in the South Tower where she worked. It turned out she was not for some reason, and so both of them survived. It was a very chilling story, especially for me, because I was in Lower Manhattan, spent the night at my daughter's apartment, and I was actually on the subway when the buildings came down. So it was really close to me, and I was working for Trans World Airlines at the time, and it was eerie because there was no planes in the air. I went over to the terminal and I watched on television live coverage, and then behind me out the windows I could see the smoke and fire, smoke from the buildings that had just collapsed. So it was eerie, chilling to me. But what I want to share with you is that the scope of my vision was expanded because Pastor Mark read a very short thing in Chronicles about Jabez, Jabez, I think. And Jabez means pain. And his mother had a great deal of pain during childbirth. And she named him Jabez. Now, Jabez had a prayer, and his prayer was, God bless me and expand my territory. Now, when I first heard that, I thought, oh, that sounds awfully selfish. People use bless me all the time. Like when one sneezes, they bless you, just automatically. But to pray that God would bless me, and I say God, you can use higher power or whatever you want to say of your concept of a supreme being. But he prayed to God that God would bless him and expand his territory. Now, Jabez was one of the from the 12 tribes of Judah, and he was talking, I think, about expanding the land that they would inherit. They would occupy. Now, I got to thinking about that. I guess maybe I'm racist, but I don't think much beyond English-speaking language. However, on my website, there's a translate button. Click that, and it'll offer to translate that into, I don't know how many, but I'd say over 100 different languages. I've not used it yet because I don't speak any of those languages. There's also closed captioning on my videos, which I have copied the transcripts and put them down on my computer and have been editing those and producing what will become available on my website of self-published books. There'll be PDF files that you can read online or download. You're free to print them. I'm not sure what I'm going to do about copyright notices and that kind of stuff. I'm so dumb that when I was in high school and college first year, I failed English. So here I am, 66 years old or young, I think young. I am doing my first things in the way of publishing a book. The first book I have that will be ready shortly is about a cryptocurrency tracker called Blockfolio. Runs on a cell phone only, doesn't run online. But I have a version for my Android, my $29 Android phone, and it works great. I can track all 71 of my cryptos on there, and I can set alerts. I can look at charts. I can look at the order book. I can look at how much I paid for it when I bought it, how many coins, what date I bought it, and as I buy additional, I can see all that. And it's a very handy little I love free tool that you can download. Then there's a couple of other trackers that I use that are web-based. And again, all of these are available on my website, the-cryptoman.com. And you go to, there's a link there, a whole page full of links that will take you to, I think the title up there, the menu choice is where to buy and sell and track. Where to buy, sell, track crypto. And if you click there, it'll take you down to the very first one that you click on will take you to my tracker called Alt Pocket. and you can see real time what my cryptocurrencies are doing. Again, how much I paid for them, when I bought them, how many coins, etc. And you'll see that of the $10,000 that I invested over the last couple of months, that I'm down around $7,000. You know, so not all good news. But what I have learned in my life and what I've been teaching others is that education costs money. And I consider anything that I lose as my cost of education. Okay. Now, will I ever recoup that? Probably not. Will I be able to, because I've gotten a better education, instruct others and help them avoid being scammed? Yeah, hopefully. And hopefully, God willing, that I will get donations on my website, which I will then in turn donate to two organizations. One is called Friends of Kids with Cancer, which is St. Louis based. These are both nonprofit organizations. The other is St. Jude Children's Research Hospital in Memphis, Tennessee, and they are nonprofit, and they do not accept, they do not charge for their patients for anything. They operate strictly on donations. Now, you can either donate through my website, so I can report back to my board of directors, which is only 2 people, and that what I'm doing, and or you can donate directly to either of those organizations or anywhere else you want. I would appreciate if you'd let me know if you donate on behalf of my son Adam, or of what you've learned through what my efforts are. Let me know so I can include them in a report about what my activities have been. The other way you can donate is if you watch my educational videos, there will be donate buttons. You can click on those and they will take you right to the donate sites, and you can make your donations that way. So enough on that. Last thing before I leave this is almost everything on my website, that is the-cryptoman.com, is for sale on there, are for suggested donation amounts. For example, the cheapest thing I think is my business cards, which you get 20 free, or you can get the version 2, which are 5 cents right now each, which is just a little bit over a penny over my cost. And if you sign up, I think an ink pen's 50 cents now. It was $1, and there are quite a few different things. They're very inexpensive. And if you will agree to help me promote this good, bad, and ugly concept of, it doesn't have to be that concept, but promote cryptocurrency, promote my site, promote me. As I reach out to this 7.4 billion people, if you speak other languages, great. If you can translate my blogs into other languages, great. You know, any way you're willing to help. If you can write blogs for my sites, I welcome any kind of help. Editing my blogs and whatnot. So, I'm appealing to everyone that, may look appealing, but I'm appealing for your help in spreading the word. I'm not calling this the good news. I'm calling it the good, bad, and ugly news. Okay, and so I'm going to wrap up this little video. Actually, I'm testing the webinar software called Zoom, Z-O-O-M, that I'm going to be using next Wednesday night at my cryptocurrency meetup. And I don't remember the name of the meetup, but it's like cryptocurrency and high technology meetup or something like that. If you're interested in it, go to my website. I have it posted there. Please subscribe, like and subscribe to my YouTube videos. That will help me be able to monetize once I get a subscription level above like 1,000 people, 1,000 subscribers. Then I can apply to get my my YouTube videos monetized, and again, that money will go right into donating. I know I've harped a lot on this donation aspect of what I'm doing as a nonprofit. But anyway, thank you for watching. I hope I've not been boring. I hope you'll notice that the background conveys the idea that I am the crypto man and I can help you understand cryptocurrency plus hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of altcoins, penny cryptos, and ICOs, which is initial coin offerings. As I learn, I will in turn teach. And as I teach, I get an opportunity to get feedback